think about that? My first intro. Is it good? Is it bad? Let us know. Honestly, it's the first time I've ever tried anything like that, and the channel's growing now, and by the end of April it'll be 1 year old, so I thought I better make a bit of an effort to make things look a little bit more professional, as it were. Hello, I'm not professional, I'm an amateur. We all are, aren't we, all the guys on YouTube? Okay, what am I shaving with today? Oh, welcome to the shave of the day, first of all. Thanks for being here, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the recent new subscribers. I've had quite a flurry actually over the last several days, so that's much appreciated. Thank you very much. Right, today's soap, it's a British artisan, London Oatcake Lemon Bloom. Here's the soap. It's not that hard. It's harder than Photoradio, but it's quite pushy, gooey. Lovely fresh scent, reminiscent of sherbet lemons, the sweets, the boiled sweets with sherbet inside. Lemon sherbets. It's a British artisan, and they do have an Etsy store. It's tallow based, handmade and natural, with oat kernel oil, oat milk for an irritation-free shave with superior protection and luxurious post-shave feel. There we have it. There's the Etsy address on the back there. Don't know if you can make that out. If it doesn't focus properly, I'll put it in the details. Comes in a nice little tin, so nice and environmentally friendly. The tin does dint. I've got a few of these soaps of different scents. Soaps, the tins do dint a little, but it's no biggie. It's no biggie. Okay, so that's the soap for today. Razor for today. I'll just wet the whiskers while I'm going. I've been shaving with some pretty impressive stuff over the last few shaves, so I'm going to step right down now. I'm going to go a bit more sensitive, as you'll see from the thumbnail, using Feather ASD2 3-piece razor. Just take that off there. I've got a feather blade loaded in there. Feather's on its second use. There's beneath the top cap, elongated posts, precision engineered. Blade's not going anywhere, but my little plastic washer nearly did. Little nylon washer. I've those on all of my razors. Stainless steel, so it's not going to get damaged, but I just feel better that it's there, and it seems to tighten up a little better. Makes everyone feel a lot more snug. God, how long is this razor? 98mm from top cap to the base of the handle, and I think it's 91 grams in weight. Diameter of the handle is 11mm. It's a lovely razor. There is a blade gap. You won't see a blade gap advertised as such, but I've done some research and it's a little over 0.73mm blade gap. Some might be thinking, wow, as I said on a few of the previous videos, blade gap's nothing really. Very little blade exposure. That's what counts. This razor, as opposed to the usual 30 degrees, it's better at a 45 degrees angle. So it should be a nice, easy shave from today. Not a cheap razor, about £170, the razor alone. And if you want that chunk of stainless steel, the stand to go with it, you're looking at another 30 quid. So 200 quid for the whole deal. What you're going to be using, I'm going to be showing you a clean brush. The Yaki Lucky Nice 26mm Tuxedo. So just wet that. I'm going to load the brush from the tin and bowl lather. This soap, it is easy to overhydrate, so as most soaps are, but it's a case of loading a dry brush and just adding slight amounts of water. Oh, the scent! Adding slight amounts of water as you go, because it is easy to kill a lather on this soap. But it's, I like it. It's a good range. The Oatcake, you don't see it used a lot, but I think people are more attracted to fancy labels these days, you know, and following trends. Oh, that scent's so fresh. Sherbet lemons. I love citrus scents. I love them. There's the loading. And what's come out of the tin, I'll just smear on the fizzog. Those that don't know what a fizzog is, Welsh for face, as in visage, the French word. Smells good enough to eat. I'm not going to try. Oh, it's so fresh, so fresh. Right, take the bowl. Seth Baxter, as usual, from Executive Shaving. Super duper sized lavender bowl. So I'm doing a few swirls clockwise, a few swirls anti-clockwise. That way it saves the brush from becoming twisted in one direction. So it keeps the wear even on the brush basically. Yeah, it felt like a lemon scent today because it's early evening now and just the daylight was dropping. As we're getting to twilight. Could hear the birdies, the bird song, and it just made me feel summery. As you can see, I'm spending a bit longer lather than this than I do with most soaps, but it is worth it. You hear the sound changing as I'm mixing the lather. It's a good indicator for me. I reckon one more little bit of water and I'll be there. Lava's climbing out of the bowl. This is why I like a big goal, guys. I just can't stand using tiny bowls and you worrying about the lava climbing out. What to do? I say build up quite a lot of lava. Not extremely high density, but I like to have enough lava to see me through the shave. Going with that, just put my bowl down on the floor. Oh, that's so fresh, guys, so fresh. Yeah, so I'm using a feather. I haven't used a feather for a while, so as I'm using a feather razor, you use a feather blade. It makes sense, doesn't it? So the feather is it is known to be a mild razor, but that said, still a good shaver. It's a luxury piece of shaving kit, well, for the price. Oh, this lava, I'm loving this lava. Great sense. You may say, well, hang on, Jim, you all seem to love your lavas. Well, yeah, because if I don't love them, they wouldn't be here. They'd be passed on. Would they be in the bin? It's like, I'm a fan of the Mitchell's Wolf Fat, but I'm one of those poor unfortunates here where I live my water supply. I do have some problems with it. I can lava it up easy enough, I can get a great lava out of it, but I have the problem of it dissipating. So I just think to myself, why bother? You know, why bother with all that work when I can just pick up a great soap like Oatcake's? It's a British artisan as well, so I'm supporting British artisans. Can feel the edge of that feather. Well, you can probably hear it cutting. just over 24 hours growth here. I've been shaving every day for the past, I think, about 5 days now. Without irritation. If you saw my last video, I actually did a 4-pass shave. So I had to do 4 passes instead of a pickup. The 4th pass was the pickup. One thing I would say you have to be careful with using this razor. See, I'm having to lock the angle in. There's it's a very tight sweet spot, very tight cutting spot. So you have to lock the angle in with the hand. So you don't really want a lot of wrist movement. Bit like fly fishing. Keep the movements in the shoulder. Yeah, so this is, I say, this is the only razor I've ever overshaved with. Or I've had really bad razor burn. So it is easy to overshave with, simply because you're doing more work. Work, as they say where I come from. Yeah, a few people on YouTube have commented on my accent. And when people from around the world, when you're on holiday or whatever, hear northwestern accents, well, my part of the northwest, first thing they say is, are you red or blue? I.e., do you support Everton or Liverpool? Everywhere. So quite often I'll say neither. I've been on holiday and guys have come up to us and they've been like real keen football fans. First question out loud, what are you, red or blue? Now if that guy's got a Manchester accent, I'll say red. Just to annoy him. No, I won't. I always say neither. I'm nothing, mate. And they look at you with utter disbelief. They just can't believe you don't support Liverpool or Everton when you've got an accent like mine. But I tell you what, once you say I don't support either of them, they don't know what to say. It's like they haven't got any other material to have a conversation about. But I think next time I'm on holiday, whenever that may be, on me and the girlfriend or whoever meet a couple and start chatting, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? What razor do you shave with, mate? That'll be a conversation stopper. What do you shave with? Just picture somebody's face now. See how I've got the arm locked? And I'm taking a lot more strokes than I normally would do. I feel I can apply pressure, which isn't wise. It's safe enough to apply a bit of pressure, but it's the after effects, isn't it? Oh, it's just been on the news. Our Prime Minister, Boris, in 3 months' time, the pubs can open. 3 months? That's a long wait. I'd hate to be a teenager around about now, you know, when we're all teenagers, hitting the pubs, clubs. Oh, it must be so hard for them. I just realised I forgot to put my pre-shave on. Nice and slick. I can feel the skin at the moment, because I'm working so hard with the feather. I can feel, well, the skin just knows. I wouldn't say about irritation, but it's aware, the skin's aware. I'm shaving. And I suppose because it's mild, you are subconsciously applying pressure. See the way I'm going at that there? If I was using a mid-aggression razor, that would have been total folly. Yeah, so if you want a BBS result, you need plenty of time to have a shave for this. See, I got this just over a year ago, I think. Before then I was just using stuff like the Wilkinson Sword Classic. And something I can't even remember. I can't even remember what it was where. So this was my very first high-end razor. Well, so I am now appreciating more aggressive ravers. I'm appreciating more aggressive shavers nowadays. Like, what have we got here? Like the outdoor air, for instance. The skin wouldn't be feeling as it is now, because see, so mild, still a weaver. Because it would have demolished the growth with a lot less effort. But that said, I do love using this razor. Right, the cap into the cheeks. Right, the cap simply means cap to the skin. That's it, got it. No pickles required on the neck. On that. Nearly shaved your tongue then. It's a little bit of stubborn there. Like my jawline, the jaw's getting harder and harder to shave. Right, I'm going to call it there. Now, I know I'm going to have to find a more silent way of rinsing, because that, listen to that cold tap coming into the bath there, isn't good, is it? I've got more sting on the cheek than I would do with a mid-aggressive razor. On the top lip. A lot more sting on this side. Chin's not bad. Well, and a bit of sting on the neck. But nothing severe. Let's dry off. The London Oatcake soap, yeah. There is a nice post-shave feel. Got that nice waxy BBS feel. That's just what you want after a good shave. Afters, I've got some lemon aftershave here somewhere. Where on earth has it gone? I've definitely got some. I know I have. Oh, what? There we go. There's so many bottles lying around. This is just Dhose Turkish Lemon aftershave. Some people say it's Well, I've read reports saying it's 70% alcohol, but it's not. It's got the normal amount of alcohol. It's 70% proof, not 70% ABV. Otherwise I'd be drinking it. Right, I'm happy with that. Got the BBS all over. Had to work a little bit for it, but there you go. So just set this up. Feather ASD2. If you're thinking about it or you've been researching it, and you'll read conflicting reports. Some will say they can't shave with it. Some will say it's too mild. It is mild, but as you can see, I've got a free pass plus pickups, 24 hours growth. BBS, I'm not cut, I'm not bleeding. Well, you shouldn't be cut with this, to be honest. But it's like an ultimate safety razor. It's like a idiot-proof safety razor. You know, if you can make mistakes with this, and you can get away with it. You won't get a bad cut. So yeah, it is pricey. My thoughts on it, when I first started using this, when I first got it, I was as happy as Larry. But as I started stepping up, getting more aggressive shavers and straights and Gillettes and all sorts of things, so I still like using it, but it's not as easy a shave as a more aggressive razor. If I was starting off now and I was looking to upgrade from things like the Wilderness Sword Classic or King C Gillette, that type of thing, with hindsight, would I have bought this? Nah, I wouldn't. I'd have gone straight onto a Rockwell or an adjustable. I wouldn't have spent 200 quid on this that I did do, because it's some people like to shave it when the skin feels a bit sensitive, a bit raw, but as you can see, you're doing a lot more buffing, you're doing a lot more scraping, you're doing a lot more strokes. So sensitivity wise, you'll probably make yourself worse using this, to be honest. See, it's the only razor that's ever given me razor burn. But it's a good razor, nice shave. Okay, you all, thanks for watching now, guys. Much appreciated. Thanks for all the recent subscribers. You all stay safe now, and I'll see you further down the line. Bye bye, guys.